Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode here on African Confessions. I want to thank all of you who have been supporting our application. As I told you that I will be posting more and more episodes there. Yesterday, I managed to post 3 new episodes there. So if you do not have the application yet, you can go on your Play Store, then you can just search for Trenza and you will click on that picture, on that icon that you see on your screen, and then you can download it and you can enjoy your favorite confessions from your favorite channel. And I'm going to be posting more and more episodes. Since I do not post videos, it is just audios and a picture, the old format that you wanted. I'll also add an option to download so that you can be able to download and share the videos. So keep watching that space. There is a message that I received. The message, it reads like this. Hello, Brother Nanshi, how are you? Can you please post my own story as anonymous? I have come here because I have my own story that I want to share with you. And my story, it reads like this. I am guilty as charged. Even though I am guilty, but I want my fellow South Africans to assist me. I am tired. You won't even believe what people from Zim did to me. May God have mercy upon them. It is not fair at all. There was a man who scammed me of nearly 2 million. That he scammed me. He was a traditional healer. On top of scamming me the 2 million, he threatened me, and I thought that he was joking. But when my daughter passed away, she was driving. She had a terrible accident. No one even knows what really happened at the time when she had that accident, because she was just found dead and her car had rolled over. And these were some of the warnings that the traditional healer, whom I had given money which amounted to 2 million rands, and when I complained about it, he then started to threaten me, and he said that you think that I don't have powers. I'm going to show you that I have powers. You have your daughter Linda, she's going to die. And he even told me the day that my daughter was going to die. So I then went to this other Sangoma. He is a South African, and I told him everything, and he told me that he was going to help me so that my ancestors can fight for me. But when my daughter passed away, I returned back to that traditional healer, and I said, but I gave you 40K and you promised me that you were going to protect my daughter. And he told me that he was unable to protect my daughter because that man that I was fighting against, that man, he was very powerful, and he was really powerful, and he could not protect my daughter. So I then stopped going to that traditional healer, and I blame myself for everything that has happened to me. I blame myself. Right now, I only have one son that is left, and having this boy that I have, Brother Nash, even though he is old enough to have his own family, but the way that he behaves, even a 1-year-old, is far much better. It's like he does not have a brain of his own. It's like he's a zombie, and he does not think. When you look at him, you'll think that this boy is handsome and normal, but when he starts to talk to you, you'll quickly realize that this boy, he is not normal at all. So this is how it all began, Brother Nashi. It all began when I was staying in KZN with my father. My father had gotten married to another woman. So this woman, she liked me because my father loved his children. So this woman was scared that if she was not going to love my father's children, then my father would be constantly be driving between Joburg and KZN. So she told my father that she wanted all the children to stay in one place because she also had her own children. So I then left my mom and I went and I started staying in KZN. So whilst I was staying there, my father, he had a taxi as well as a small security company. So the majority of the people that were working for him, they were from Lesotho, Mozambique, and mainly Zimbabweans. They were the ones that were working for him, and most of them did not have any papers at all. They would always dodge the police and they were never arrested because they were security guards. But there was one man that my father loved a lot, who later became my husband, who is my husband. So this man, he was loved quite a lot by my father. And the man, he did not have any papers. He came from Blawayo. He pretended to be Zulu, but he was a Ndebele speaking man. And this man, he was the one that was running the company for my father, because my father, he was always busy with other things. So he had made this man to be the head of the department, and he would make sure that all the workers get paid, the monies get collected. These were back in the days when we did not have a bank account for the business. We would just collect the money physically. I would go with him house to house as we would be collecting the money. Mainly the people that we used to look after their houses, they were your Indian people, and here and there some factories, but it was mainly Indians and their warehouses. So we had to go there and collect cash each and every month, and so that we can be able to pay the workers. So me and him, we really had a bond, even though we were not dating. In time, my father then called me one day. He was in his office because he had an office at home, and he said, "My daughter, there is something that has been troubling me for quite a long time." And I said, "What is it, Dad?" And he said that he wanted to help give more to get some documents here in South Africa. And I said, "How are you going to help him so that he can get some documents?" And he told me that the only way that he could ever get those documents was if he was going to get married to a South African, and he had something in mind. And I said, "What do you have exactly in mind?" And then he told me that what he had in mind was that I was supposed to get married to this man. And I said, "How can you say that I am going to be married to this man, yet you know that as for me, I have my own boyfriend that I am dating?" And he said, "No, you are only going to get married to him on paper, and after you would have gotten married to him on paper, then you can continue dating your man, and he's a good for nothing man. He has not helped you in anything as far as I am concerned." So I agreed to assist my father, and we did everything. Brother Nashi, I do not want to lie to you. I got married to that man, even though we were not in love. We did not love each other, but we went and we signed everything, the marriage certificate. I was even scared and nervous when we went to sign the marriage certificate, knowing that I was not in love with that man. So in time, when he started working somewhere else, because he now had an ID, and my father's business was no longer as profitable as he was, he then started working somewhere else, and he then went and he spoke with my father, and he said that he wanted to take care of me because on paper I was still his wife, and the rule is that you are supposed to stay together for a period of time to show that both of you are a married couple. Otherwise, the marriage certificate will get cancelled. So then he said that for these purposes, he wanted me to stay close to him. He had moved from Durban and he was now in Joburg. My father then called me again and he told me that I was supposed to go to Joburg and to stay with my mom again. So then I left Durban and I came to Joburg. I was now staying at home, and the guy, he was just giving me some money and he made sure that I was okay at all the times. So when he started giving me the money, he never asked for anything. But one day he texted me and he told me that he had been thinking quite a lot about me and he wanted me to be his girlfriend. And I said, why do you say that you want me to become your girlfriend? And he said that I have been taking care of you already. Is it not better that we just do this deal? I have been giving you money. I then agreed because I was like half single at that time. I then went and I started staying with him. The guy, he was treating me quite well. That is the reason as to why I agreed to give him a child. Life was really beautiful, but then things got so bad. All of a sudden, he got fired. This was after he had gone to his country. When he came back, he started to experience a lot of bad luck, some things that we could not even understand as to what was happening. And then he got fired from work. He tried to get a job. He had everything like a man was supposed to have so that he can get a job. He had a good education and he had so much experience. Even when he was still in his country, he had so much experience, but with all that he had, he was unable to get a job. He then told me that if we wanted, we could go to his hometown. There was one man that could assist us. I then refused. At that time, I was working, and I said that I did not want to go to Zim with him to go and get cleansing that I did not even understand. So he went alone. That is when he did those rituals. When he came back to South Africa, at night, I would always hear things that will be moving in the ceiling, things that I could not understand. I asked him, and I also thought, honestly, that maybe these were rats. I thought that they were rats that were in the house now, and I would even buy some rat poison and I would give it to him so that he can just put it in the ceiling. But later on, he told me that he would take the poison and pretend as if he would drop them in the ceiling, but he will go and throw them away because he had been given a rat. This rat vomits money and he did not want to poison his own rats. The day when I saw this rat, which is a tokoloshim, it was as big as a cat, a black cat. That is what I saw on that day. So my husband, I then confronted him after a very long time when I kept on asking him, like, what is this sound? What is really happening? And he said to me that this is what has been helping us to have so much money. I am not working right now and I had to do other plans. At that time, he did not want to tell me that the other plans that he had done was that he had sacrificed my child. How can a man sacrifice a child that you had with another man? That is the painful thing that happened to me. This guy, he went ahead and he sacrificed my child, the first one that I had when I was still in high school. And when he was in his country, he made his decisions on his own, and then he told me that he had sacrificed my son. So after I had learned that this was the case, he started to gift me with so much. He would give me money. Go and get your hair done. Go and get your nails done. Go and get a massage. Go for a vacation with your mother. Me and my mom, we went to Egypt, and when we were still in Egypt, he told me that he did not want me to return back to South Africa, yet he wanted me to go with my mom to Dubai. We went to Dubai, then we went straight to China, and when we went to China, then we returned to South Africa. So life, I can say that it was really good at that time, and I did not think much about it. And when we came back to South Africa, then I learned that my other brother had passed away again, and this was being caused by this tokoloshim. And in time, my husband then told me that he had lost control of this rat. It no longer vomited money whenever he wanted this rat to vomit the money, because he had been told that whenever you want some money, you just go and you can just tell your rat that I gave you the blood of my child and I will give you more blood wherever that you want, and then it is going to give you the money that you want. But now whenever you would go when he would speak with this rat, the rat will just ignore him, and the rat was killing his own relatives. And currently, me and my husband, we are on a separation because of this issue. He can't control this rat anymore. So then when he went to his country, he told me that we could not control this rat nor destroy it. We were supposed to live with it. And I said, I can't do that. This thing of yours, it is killing all of my relatives and killing your relatives as well. And he told me that if I wanted, we were supposed to go and get another tokoloshi that will fight for us. So I refused, and I said that I do not want to do this. When you did it, you did it on your own. So why is it that you want me to go with you to your country? We then separated. After me and him, we had separated, I started to go to different traditional healers. I was asking for anyone that could just assist me, but I could not get any traditional healer to help me at all. So I have come here, and it's because I have been scammed so much money by a man who told me that he was very powerful, and I kept on giving him money. Thinking that things were going to change. But when he told me that this was what was supposed to happen, I was supposed to give him more money on top of the money that I already had given him. We started to fight quite a lot, and when we were fighting, the guy then threatened me, and my daughter passed away because of that. So this is my own story. When you post my story, please tell me. I'll be following through in the comment section. As I told you, I am guilty as charged. I was the one who assisted this guy to get an ID through the marriage, and now we are on separation because of this tokoloshi of his that he can't control anymore. I can never forgive this man for what he did to me. How can he sacrifice a child that does not belong to him? And he is okay with that. He lives alone in one of the big mansions that we built there in Centon. But most of those mansions that you see in the estates, they are just empty. The people, some of them that own them, they have no rest and peace at all. Do not wish to be like them. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our dear sister right there. Let us try to talk with him in the comment section. Strange things indeed they do happen in this world. Can you imagine? To those that do not have the application, you can just download the application on your Play Store if you have an Android, not yet for iPhones. And now there is a new update, that update that I spoke about yesterday, where you can be able to watch the videos, no more constant refreshing. So please go and update your Trenza so that you can keep listening to more confessions. I'll be back with another episode. I've already posted one episode on Trenza.